Good evening, Gman Division 5D to your Week 2 recap. Yes, we are here. My apologies. It's late because I was on holiday and I only just came back today. And so far I've played a game and I've done a recap, and now I'm on to the final stretch of the day. And I'm glad to say I've got my good old friend, the one and only Crystal Hunter with me. Evening, Crystal.
Good evening, Bernie. Good evening, everyone. It's a bit later than usual, but yeah, it happens, you know. I'm gonna make the best of it, right, Bernie?
Yeah. And luckily, only one game's been played, so we got away with it quite well, to be fair. And obviously, I was like, next week will be no problem, you know. And they've basically put me down almost every day for work next week. So I'm like, no. So the only day they've got me off is Wednesday because I don't work Wednesdays. So yeah, I've got to sort of jiggle that out as well, and obviously Rebbl Clan has started this week as well, so I've got to find a game for that. I've still got to play my Rebbl game this week. That'll be fun against my third Nagel team, my last Nagel team to play. So this is my third week. I've got no team left, but you know, hey, we got a draw against the Rebbl finalists last week, so you know, hey, we can at least wave a flag on that, turn them over with 5 players.
We both got a draw last week, so
you know.
Yeah.
You know,
feel pretty good about mine though.
I'm not, because it messes with my shares. Who's supposed to win? Who's supposed to win?
I know, but I had a horrible opponent for me to play against. Like, he countered my pretty well.
Yeah.
So
But you're gonna make it. You're gonna make up for me this week and win, aren't you? So all good there.
I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been tiring. Like I said, I've been on holiday. I'm just tired now, and you know, I've got back and I've got today and Saturday and Sunday to try and get everything. I think I've got to play about 9-10 games, loads of recaps and everything. So, you know, I just don't do Rebbl. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm trying to fight my way through it. So I'll do my very best to make it entertaining as best we can. But obviously I didn't get to see any games this week. So I'm just going off what we've got there. So my apologies to that. So.
And I've been quite busy as well. So next week we'll make it up. But for this week, we'll just look at the statistics, the schedule, that kind of.
Absolutely. So, without further ado, let's see what happened in week 2. Zarat versus New York Pilanders. Well, no surprise to me, New York Pilanders got the win, 1-0. Really nice, brutal 16 armor breaks. What was 48 blocks, 6 KOs. Just the one injury though, so they need to start hitting a bit harder. And the Rats, well, at least they got a pass and successful catch, they'll get XP for that, but they only threw 12 blocks and did hit nothing, so a bit sucky for them, really. But they did, ironically, and this was the really bizarre bit, Zarat, the Rats, held the ball 50%, and the Orcs only had it 25%, but still won. Figure that
Yeah.
out.
Well, he just stole it really quick and just scored really quick with the Orcs. Don't have a lot of movement, but if they do some handoffs here and there, they might have done it that way. I do feel like what you said about the Orcs there is absolutely right, though. He has a way stronger team than the Skaven team, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And I think Saryu is just generally happy that he came out of that game on Scav, basically. Like the injury wasn't really anything permanent as well, I guess.
Yeah.
So he's perfectly fine for the next game, and that's gonna make him a bit happy.
Yeah.
Of course, it's never great to lose, but yeah, if you have to lose, you better do it this way.
Yeah, at least he was competitive. Unfortunately, though, only 6 XP for his team, and only 10 for the Pilanders. But I think they did get a few levels, so it worked out all right, even though they only got 10 XP. But yeah, I thought the Pilanders would get it done in the days, and you know, well done to them. They just basically ran over them. Winged Adversaries versus Kislev Syndrome. Well, it was a bit of a syndrome for Kislev because they lost 2-0 to the High Elves. At the moment, every Kislev team I'm recapping at the moment, I'm not having a good time of it, and this is another one. Although they did injure 2 and KO'd 3, it just wasn't enough. The Winged Adversaries, though, 50% ball possession, 2 passes, 2 catches, 43 blocks, 3 KOs, 1 injury, and they killed something. Where the Kislev, 46 blocks, so they threw 3 blocks more, 3 KOs, 2 injuries. Looking at sort of the possession, everything. Winged adversaries just on the slight edge on that, and obviously on the score sheet they got it as well. 15 XP for the High Elves, and only 10 for the Kislev. But our Kislev teams aren't doing very well, are they?
No, but it's a high RNG team, of course. Like if they fail something, it has huge impact on their whole positional play basically, and it's really tough playing them. If you have some luck though, you can really turn things around as well. So that's the big upside with Kislev.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I can imagine that this was one of those games where not everything worked out that well. They did have equal amount of blocks though, so the blocking game was pretty good for the Kislev as well.
Yeah.
But it didn't really work out in their leaps or something maybe. I'm gonna check the dice rolls really quick for that, but yeah, here. Well, no, the leaps actually all worked out. So
yeah, so
it must have been something else then. It could have been the blitz on the ball carrier or something like that, but something didn't work out, and then you usually get into this situation.
Yeah. Then we had this Don Bluth's Bedlam's 0, Bloody Sinful 3. That's an impressive performance from the Dark Elves. Really getting it done on the Lizards there. 3-0. Wow. 33 blocks, 2 injuries, and the Lizards did 28 blocks and 2 injuries as well. 31%
kind of
ball possession, so you are sorry?
Kind of a surprising result, I think, because like if you look at Lizards, they're usually a big control team that are able to nail these kind of teams down. So it's kind of surprising that it's not only a win, but it's also a 3-0 win with players that aren't like insanely fast. They're like 6 and 7 movement, and they're agile, but they're not like insanely fast. So you wouldn't expect something like 3-0 for the Dark Elves, but it happened.
Yeah, and he did 5 passes and 5 catches, did the Dark Elves as well, so he really was cranking up the XP. And when we have a look how much XP he got, crikey, this is a nice bit of XP. 23 XP he got compared to the 9 for the Lizards. But yeah, he really went to town on the Lizards, and he cashed in big time, was always good to see.
He'll be very happy about this game. Like normally you're a little bit worried that you're getting out best versus Lizards, and you're getting some attrition somewhere. But for them this worked out perfectly, so they'll be very happy with this, and they'll be going into the next match thinking like, okay, we've got some level ups probably, and we're going to be into a strong position for the next one.
Yeah, so that's the Bloody Sinfuls. Obviously the Underwell, we like this Underwell team, don't we? They got a good win again, 3-2 against Barkengard. We'll have to wait for his first win. And the Underwell got 50% ball possession. They did 2 passes and 2 catches, 2 Ks, 2 injuries, so they got it done. I mean, the Necros did alright, 3 Ks, 2 injuries as well, but ball possession wise, very similar. It just that the key bits the Underwell got right and got the win, but a very high scoring game. And a decent amount of XP as well.
Quality of the coach, really. Like Missu is a really good coach, and even if you play something like Underworld, he still gets the wins out of it. So the more I see this, the more I expect him to be into the playoffs, because like Underworld have the tendency to snowball a bit as soon as they get to a certain area in their team value. When they get their mighty blow, when they get their claw, that kind of thing, they tend to really up their power, and there might be a real threat after like game 5, game 6. They'll be already quite threatening. So that's something I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah, they got 20 XP, but 2 of that was on Glass Smash Rip, so you got 18 XP, was very good. And the Barkengard did well as well for XP, to be fair. They got 15 XP, so XP wise, both will be extremely happy with what they've done. Like I said, the Underwell got the win. Barkengard off to a bad start, but at least is getting XP to hopefully get more levels, so that's going to be good. The Mighty Machine, the team I picked to win it all, I do believe, or that's what I'm saying now. The Mighty Machine returned. They won 2-0 against In Memoriam. Job done. Uvasek, very professional sort of coach, especially when he's not talking on his Twitch, what sometimes makes him, not play as good as he can. But usually, he's going to be there or thereabouts.
Are you saying he's playing badly on a stream now? That's something.
Well, he paid me to say that. To be fair.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't know because I was ordering Chinese at that moment and getting Chinese.
Yeah, that's what I'm bothered about. Is your Chinese?
And this week I couldn't really check his game either because I was about to visit grandmother. So yeah, I'm sorry.
I talked to him on one of his Twitches and that, and he still played well. He's still doing well, but there's things what he was doing probably what he wouldn't usually do if he was concentrating, and he sort of said that himself. But he's still doing it at a competent level. But then obviously when he doesn't have to stream and he's really concentrating, he's one of the best, especially in the Rebbl Gman circuit. And this team's getting better now. He's doing well. 57 blocks, 2 KOs, 4 injuries. He just did a job, didn't he? Only 1 injury in return for in memoriam. So it's going to take a good team to beat him. I think there's a few teams that could definitely get draws against him, but I think the Man Machine return will make the playoffs. But ironically, I mean, what are they in now? Division 5, so they should be making Division 3 then, shouldn't they, if they make the playoffs? So it'll be interesting to see how they do in Division 3. So if I'm UV, I'm thinking, right, we need to start getting level ups, I need to get some claw, I need to get some mighty blow and all that sort of stuff as well, and try and get ready, because you will be in Division 3 if you make the playoffs.
One thing I'm generally looking forward to is the SC Reds and Goblin. They play the Mining Machine really late in the season, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's going to be at a point where the Underworld are really developed as well, and that team, that matchup between those two coaches is going to potentially going to be one of the biggest matchups of the season because of their team development there at that moment.
I mean, you say they're going to be developed, but you just never know. There's plenty of games to go. One team might implode, especially the Underworld.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from a positive position, but of course that can happen.
Yeah. Altogether, though, it was a good XP day for the Chorfs. I get jealous because I remember when, I mean, obviously the same happened with Rat when we was both in the I think it could have actually been in the bottom division, and we just couldn't get any level ups, could we? And then we've seen people like UV just perfectly getting 11, 14, 16, 19 XP with just Chorfs, early Chorfs, just just get a bit of that, get a bit of that. I never had that.
At least we were winning as much as UV was. Like
we was doing.
So that's the good thing. As long as you win, it doesn't really matter how level your players are.
Well, I don't know, mate. I disagree. Not the way my team is now. I think I'd rather have lost horribly and been bumming it in Division 4 or something for a few seasons. But the Man Machine return are impressive, and in memoriam only got 7 points. Bless their cotton socks, unfortunately. Now, what happened here? The Elf Bomb taking on the Triple B banker and the Rat King's Crown banker. What happened? He lost.
Yeah, it's
to Pro Elves. He lost to Pro Elves. What the? I was having a really good holiday. I come back. No, I think actually I was on holiday when Hunter texted me to say, I don't know how to tell you this, but Major Annoyances lost, and I was shut the front door. They don't lose. Don't lose, and they certainly don't bloody lose to Pro Elves. I thought he was winding me up, but no, he wasn't. So the Bernie's Curse and the Rat King Crown now, he'll be going around the circuits again. Oh, that Major Knight who never lose, lost. Why did they lose? Because the Rat King and the Triple B both banked him. So, yeah, thanks for that. We love being proven wrong.
It's quite a surprising result, isn't it? Because the Elf Bomb, you say it's the Pro Elf team. It's not only that, but the Pro Elves didn't look so well when they started this game. So I mean, we did have all expectations on Major Annoyances, and sometimes it can happen that you.
I can tell you what though, I was ready to throw some Elf Bombs when I found out about the result. I don't even know if I've got shares in Major Annoyance or not. I don't even know.
I guess I got some shares in them as well, but I guess he got massively unlucky or something and eventually lost the game.
Or maybe he just got cursed.
Yeah, he could have been. He could have been. We both betted on him, so.
Yeah.
And I know, like your curse is surely a proven curse. Mine isn't sure yet.
No,
But
yours isn't.
yours.
But the myth, the legend. The Bernie's Curse used to be this funny myth. Now all of a sudden people fear it as it works, and when people like Major Annoyance, who very rarely loses when the Triple B bankers on him, it's only going to spread more fear through the Rebbl circuit. Hopefully, we won't have anybody threatening to quit over the Bernie's Curse this season.
You could bring back balance by giving the Triple B banker to the Major Annoyance's opponent for this week.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to have a look at the thing. Is that I feel like we've both been stabbed in the back by a rat. I was really confident that week. I thought, bloody hell, let's get off to a good start. There's no way the rats are losing. But that's Blood Bowl, and you've got to congratulate the Elf Bomb, whose team did look great. Kudos to you. 62% ball possession as well. You obviously knew what you was doing. You got it done.
And I gotta say, getting stabbed by rats, you'll get used to it as a Skaven coach. Don't worry.
Oh yeah,
so
filthy rats. God. Oh man, I can't believe the Triple B bank is cursed already. Oh god. Ironically, I might be playing rats next season, so that sort of result doesn't give me much fucking confidence. But yeah, it is one of those things. It happens to us all. It's all good. And well done to Elf Bomb, and I'm sure Major Annoyance will bounce back from this.
And we gotta say, like, maybe this is a disappointing result for Major Annoyances today and for Hazard today, but like he's shown us plenty of times that he can also do the other way around, like have a really strong team against him.
He can bounce
and
back.
do a good
but
result.
It's good to see a Pro Elf team doing well, so I'm happy for the Elf Bomb that they're doing well. And Freeman the second, 11 XP for him, so he was definitely on some sort of spice. But 17 XP, goal of that, only 7 for Major Annoyance, so they must do better, is what I put on their skull card.
Next game, do better, yeah, definitely.
And this one was just a nightmare. I have a feeling I did tip the Chaos, and you tipped the Bretts here. I can't remember, but I'm going to go with
Probably,
that because it sounds like right. Oh, I might have gone for draw, but I don't care. Victoria victory, they 37 blocks, only 1k, but they got 3 injuries, so that's bloody good off 37 blocks. But the Black Death Buccaneers, 58 blocks, so they was punching the living daylights out of the Bretonnians. They got 5 KOs, only 2 injuries, but, they had slightly more possession of the ball. This is always only one of those close games. It was either going to be a draw or one team was just going to get the win, and that's how it happened with a 1-0, so good for the Chaos. 13 points for the Bretts and 12 points for the Black Death Buccaneers. Not bad though. Chaos will take that well. The early Chaos.
Yeah, definitely. They want these wins early on as well, just like the Underworld want these wins, and it's usually hard to get them. But he pulled it off, and I can remember that I chose the Bretonians because like they had so many more skills. A lot more wrestle, a lot more block, that kind of thing. So I was pretty confident that they would win, but well, as you can see, I don't know anything about Blood Bowl. That's the thing we can say now, right? So
it's a good job. Your day job's been Mr. Sexy. Otherwise, I would start being worried for you. So let's look at the leaderboard now. I will stress the Man Machine return have already played their 3rd game and they've beaten Kislev Syndrome. So, hey, that's now played 3, won 3. So, make it rain on my stocks. Ka-chinga. That's all I'm going to say. So, congratulations.
I'm not going to say too much about it. It was an exciting game, though. So, if you have some time before the next recap, do check the game out as well.
If he says exciting, he must be bloody amazing, because usually a Crystal Hunter's like, yeah, shit, fucking shit. Positioning was shit. Hits was shit. Should have hit that. That was shit. Fucking shit. Absolute bag of shit. Wank. Don't bother. So if he turns around and says, tell you what guys, that was a good game, that means it's probably game of the century. Because you know what? Not much. Absolutely not much impresses Hunter. So if Hunter's turned around and said it was a good game, it was an amazing game. So go and watch it if you want to.
You paying me off as a bad person now.
I'm
Bernie,
just
but
telling
yeah,
you the truth. I'm just telling the truth. You're just in.
jeez.
You're just in denial. Um, so
God.
it's gonna be. You gotta. It's good cop, bad cop. You've got to be the bad cop this season. I'm sorry. You know.
Yeah. At least, you know, guys. At least I say some games are bad of you guys, but that's okay. At least I remember the games
Well, I
that I
don't.
watched. You know.
Hey, you say that, but last week when you went for your Chinese takeaway, you forgot when bloody Juve scored. I watched Juve for about 4 turns, and I knew more about that game than you bloody did. And we know why, because he's giving a private lap dance to the Chinese takeaway dude. You know?
Of course.
So, you know,
I was,
what can I say? But yeah,
made my
you know,
made my Chinese food taste better.
I'm sure it did. We're going down this dodgy road again. I've just got this vision of you like in your thong with, I don't know, some noodles coming out of your thong and doing a little dance for a Chinese dude who was going more or some shit like that. Yeah. Best not go down there. I think
Is that your Chinese accent?
Oh, I can't do Chinese. I don't know. More. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I'm from home. We don't really have many accents, but yeah, it's probably better than Brett Feely, but you know, not far off. Not far off. But you know, my boy Juve, I said he'd win the league. He's 3-0. It's not my case to worry about. You case the major annoyances. That's what I'm going for.
Well, we both did kinda, but I do expect the major annoyances to climb up that ladder pretty soon. Like the results have been a bit disappointing, but we know how the results can change during mid-season. So
yeah,
everything is still possible.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you know.
These are actually cliches we use every season, guys. So if you have paid attention last season, you'll hear are saying the same sentences again. Like it's a marathon. It's something that is kind of true, isn't it? Like in the end.
Well, of course it is. I'm not going to lie to them. That's your job. I'm the honest one. I'm honest Bob. I'll tell you how it is. You know, he's a rat coach. I mean, no one trusts a rat. I mean, you know, Hazard proved it with his annoyances. We're both half-arving each other off air, going, hey, banker, straight away, we're safe as houses with that bad boy. Come back off holiday. They're lost. It's like they took a bribe or something, or they took the fall, you know. Goblin Gamble got involved, I don't really know, but I don't know what happened. So now people are whispering that we're actually cursing. Our curse is real, so you know that's a major problem for us. So we're under really major pressure to get our bankers right this week. So you know, God man, I'm panicking already. Sweat's dripping off my brow. So yeah.
Don't worry, your shares will be fine. Just hold on to them a little longer.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Let's have a look at the teams. I'm losing the will to live. Don Bluth's Bedlams, they had a nightmare week, didn't they? They got their bottom spanked 3-0. Did anything happen to them, though? Something happened to number 5. You know what? I didn't even say what happened to him. I don't know if he got level up or he just died. No, he got level up. Bless his console.
Yeah, he's got... Yeah, I assume he had 7 SPP and leveled up that game, so he got blocked. Perfect.
Peter Ceteratops. Is that Peter Ceratops or Ceteratops? How are you pronouncing that one?
Peter Ceteratops, but I don't know if it's a reference to something like...
Ceteratops.
Like, you know, you have the Triceratops.
Yeah. But Triceratops, but it's not a Ceteratops. What's a Ceteratops? I don't know what
I'm gonna Google it.
Make sure you don't put Peter at the beginning, because it probably isn't Peter. It could be. Try it. Peter Ceratops. Find out.
You have a Ceratops.
Oh, what's tops?
A Ceratops.
What the hell's one of those?
Oh, there you go. There's also, according to Wikipedia, there's also a guy called Peter Paul Cetera, which is in the adult and the adult contemporary genre and the rock genre. There's music genres.
Oh, okay.
And apparently it's a reference to that.
Oh,
that's quite interesting. So he mixed the dinosaur name with the singer.
Marvelous.
Basically.
I'd like to say I'm much more clear after that explanation, but I'm still not very clear. I'm guessing.
Can we have some Peter Cetera music in the background now? Like
I can't this time. I'd wake the family up to kill me. I won't get to E3. Do you know how late it is? Good little blighty. But yeah, remind me next week when we do it at a more normal time, and we'll.
One of his favorite songs is "The Glory of Love."
The Glory of Love. Okay, I'm gonna write this down for next week so we'll remember. The Glory of Love. And we'll get some fine tune of that next week. That's if we've got it right.
Excellent.
So yeah, put that down there. I have to write it down, else I'll fucking forget it. Too old now. So yeah, there you go. So number 5, Glory of Love. Boom. We'll list that next week. Petrus number 8, Jump Up. Yeah, it's alright I suppose. Littlefoot, yeah, movement like that. Again, it's a team still in its early stages, and you expect.
Wait. You say Petri Jump Up is alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
You know, one thing I'm always bothered with it, Jump Up and getting it on Skink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already bothered with it on getting it on a Gutter Runner. Is as soon as you get hit, your armor 7. So the chance is huge that he's gonna break your armor, and you're not gonna be able to use that Jump Up for the next turn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't really see why you picked up Jump Up. Do you see why you picked up Jump Up?
Well, if they don't break armor, they can get back up and just run the legs, can't they?
Yeah, but chances.
I wouldn't
small.
take it.
Like,
I wouldn't take it, but you know, I don't know. I just no. I don't think I'd have took it myself. I'd rather took catch, so then I got the handoff option. That's more useful, I think.
Or another sidestepper.
Or a sure feet. I'd even take dive and tackle.
Sure feet.
Dive tackle.
Tackle.
You know, that's all right as well.
Fair enough, but maybe he has something interesting or an interesting build. We haven't.
Maybe he knows his next 2 skills are going to be Pommer. He's going to get Mighty Blow and like Parlon. Or double.
On a skink?
Yeah, fuck it.
That's quite interesting.
Why not? That'd be awesome. Can you imagine that on a skink? Mighty Blow, Parlon and Dauntless, something like that. He goes, fuck block, don't want block. I'm going to go bloody balls deep. Go around with a little skink punching people out. That'd be yes. I'd love that.
Actually, Rob, and he could get wrestle, and that would actually factor Jump Up pretty well.
It would if he got it. If he would. Yeah.
But I wouldn't pick Jump Up as a first skill. Like, you have to wait a little bit for it and get it later.
And don't forget, your first double on a Croxigo should be diving tackle.
We've been through this before, Bernie. Not everyone does that.
Yeah, losers don't do it. You're right. Winners, like Quiggy, who is now in Division 2, his team was turned around by having diving tackle on the Croxigo. I've just watched him make an Agility 5 high elf cry buckets of tears because he couldn't get away from a diving tackle preemptive tail monster.
I've seen him multiple times rolling 1 in 3s as well on his block dice, getting the both down.
Look, that Croxigo diving tackle, that's for the big W. Professionals, we do it. The rest of them don't. They go for block. What's alright on most things, but you got to understand the synergy with a Crocs. Diving tackle, -2. Preemptive tail, -1. -3. Come on, what's not to like about that? Park next to an Agility 3 ball carrier. Good luck trying to dodge your way on a 6+, unless you want to hand off to somebody who isn't your ball carrier, and then probably on the 3+, the ball could bobble again.
Or you could just do the uphill it with a block player and then just
but again that's risky.
Roll both down
that's
again.
Risky. And like Quiggy's got stand firm now as well, so it's like, you know what, if you red die and get a push, I'm still going nowhere. And you're gonna weep some tears, and I'm gonna win the full Rebbl Cup because not only am I a great player, but I've got diving tackle on my Crocs, and that's just the way it goes. Don't hate me, hate the game. Diving tackle is the pro choice on a Croxigo. I kid you not.
No. If you get diving tackle and you feel something, just hate Bernie. That's the thing you have to.
But it won't. More times than not, it'll succeed and win your games. The amount of times diving tackle kills stuff as well, or badly hurt stuff, is amazing. Little gutter runner going around going me, I'm going to score, and your big Croxigo goes boom, 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 stands next to it, and he goes me, you can't catch me, I'm gonna score. And he tries to dodge and then splat. You kill.
Or the gutter runner asleep, you know, like then it's perfectly fine.
But how many gut runners have leap? Who puts leap on a gut runner? Seriously.
Usually a gutter runner with big hand has leap. Like 9 out of 10 gutter runners with big hand have leap. If they
So
get
he's
the big
got a
hand.
big hand. So I'll just whop him with another one of my lizards. You know, that's what they're there for, and stamp on it. Trust me. That Crocscore eats gut runners for breakfast with his tail. Now think how you like how I've described that. Pure thoughts will get it. Dirty thoughts, shame on you. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. You could put diving tackle on Soros, but it's nowhere near as fun because they don't have a prehensive tail. But honestly, I'll tell you what. If you want to win, diving tackle on the Crocscore. It works.
On a skink.
No.
On a skink.
No. On a Crocscore. Because if you think about it, right, standard players of Blood Bowl, especially in the lower divisions, go in a standard cage. So each corner's got a protection, and you good guys in the middle. I'm not going about gut runners. Well, if we want, we'll pick humans or some shit like that. And you can either play safe and hit it with a Saurus and bust the corner of the cage, and then as long as you don't roll a 1, your Crocscore comes in, bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum, and parks himself next to the ball carrier, who either has to do a red die block, very risky, especially if you have to stand firm, or he has to be a little bitch and hand it off to another person who may not want the ball, or he may be stupid enough to try and dodge on a 6+. You know what? I don't know what else to say. Diving tackle for the big W. Don't listen to Hunter. He doesn't want you to get it because you might play him, and he's scared of diving tackle Crocscores. He has nightmares over him. He does. And the only way he can forget about it is ordering Chinese takeaway. You know? Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on it. Hunter knows I'm right. Everybody knows I'm right. And if you don't believe me, ask the coach of the Kuganas, Ekstrom. Since having that diving tackle, he's gone from being bargain basement Division 4 trash all the way to Division 2 Megaforce, and he's not lost this season, and again his diving tackle saved him today. Oh yes, and the other thing you need is a postman skink. Why? Because he always delivers. That's the other thing you need. Bloody hell, I should be charging him for all this expertise. So postman skink, because he always delivers, making me ball carrier, and diving tackle on your Crocs. You'll win the league. Doesn't matter if you've lost a few already. You'll win the league. So there we go. Job done. Easy.
And then you comment on it. Just pick. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. Just pick wisely.
And that is wisely. Diving tackle on the Crocs. You know, it's the thing, and a postman. By the way, postmans work for everybody. There's a myth about the Bernie's curse being really bad, but there's also this legend of the postman who always delivers most of the time, and he does really well. And Krieger's got a postman, and he's just won him another game. The postman was named on quite a few teams from different coaches on the champion ladder circuit on the PS4, and it's the most successful named player to actually win in a final. So it's a lucky name. So anybody wants to have some sort of ideas of winning Rebbl one day, you're gonna need a postman, because when it comes to the crunch, he will deliver.
I think Laguna Kalat is going to look at this recap, and he's going to look at his portion of the team recap, you know, and he's thinking like, what the hell do I have to do with all this extra information that I'm getting?
Get diving tackle on your Crocscore and get a postman. That's all you need. You know, it's not hard, and everybody else get a postman. You'll thank me for it. You will. Anyway, enough of the Crocs love with the diving tackle. Winged adversaries. Elves.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Let's see what the elves have done this week. Bum 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 bum. As I go to my trusty notebook and see if I can understand what I've wrote. Number 1, Hawk leveled up, and he got accurate. Gotta love that. Solid choice on a thrower.
Typical farming skill. Yeah, it's a really nice choice generally. With the safe throw, it will be doing even more. That's the big niche of high elves. Having that safe throw on a thrower is actually quite huge, and it's gonna be really hard to stop something like that for most teams.
Yeah.
So it's not only a level up skill; it's also quite good offensive skill on this particular team. Definitely.
Yeah. The interesting thing, and this is just totally no one's going to think it's interesting, but I'm going to say that is the amount of teams I see of high elves and the thrower is called Hawk. Do you know? It seems like, hey man, what do I call a thrower? I know what I'm going to call it, Hawk, because
you know why?
He's got good eyesight. That's what it is, and he can see like a hawk.
No. Like the first name that every high elf team or every high elf coach is really uninspired, and they just look at the team logo and they'll be, oh, it's a hawk, and then they just type hawk, and then that's the.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Look at this logo.
Are you trying to say sort of like that high elf coaches are just dull? That's what it sort of sounds like.
Yeah, they should have, like, if they play any agility team, they should have played Skaven. Like they did make the wrong choice. So
do you know what it could have done? It could have called it Mr. Sexy, and then every time he threw the ball for a touchdown, it could like rub his thumb and his fingers together like money, and do a little sexy dance, going, yeah man, that's why they pay me the money, and then start making, and then all these other players could go around him after he's done something good and start making it rain, and he could do a little dance like Mr. Sexy does.
Yeah, I do have a player named Mr. Sexy on my team, and he actually was the one of the MVPs of my playoff game. He actually made sure that I made it through the playoffs.
Exactly. So you could have done all that. You can't really do it with a guy called Hawk, can you? You can't really. Doesn't really sound the same, does it?
Though the funny thing is, like, if he ever fires him, the player can always reapply as a team mascot.
Yeah, it could, and then you can get Mr. Sexy in there. Dollar bills, y'all. I think it's great. I think we're just giving so much good information out to this week that if they take our advice, they're all going to be champions. You know. And then Rebbl might start paying us for all this brilliant advice we're giving, you know.
But this is the funny thing. He has this one name. The first name is called Hawk. Yeah. Very simple name.
Yeah.
And then you get Daedalus, Icarus, Hecate, Garuda, Pamela, Varavalia.
What? A Faralavia? That sounds more like Faravahar. Ooh, that sounded posh.
Yeah.
I think that sounded
Faravahar.
Faravahar. Ooh, I quite like that. Number 7, Varavahar. I could say that all day, but I'm not going to.
Basically, all way more complicated.
Yeah.
So that's
very bizarre, really, isn't it? But regarding the team, I think it's a good choice on Hawk. It's still early days, but they're going the right way. That's the good thing we can say.
For anyone that has questions so far about the team previews, no, we're not drunk, no, we're not high. So just pointing it out there, we're just doing our job here, objective.
Absolutely.
Talking about the teams, yeah.
We know, we know it's our job to make you guys better, and that's what we're proud of doing. All our playoff teams did well last season, didn't they? All our Rebbl teams. And we expect whoever wins from this division will do well also.
Anyway, only thing I want to add for the high elf team, their bank looks pretty healthy, like 60k. So if they have an injury somewhere, they might be able to replace it. So that's pretty fine.
Yeah, it's not bad indeed. So 1 win, 1 draw, good start to the season. So well done there. Now then, the New York Pillanders. The good old Orcs, what happened to them? I think they got some level ups, if I remember correctly. But just going to my book, we got we got 3 level ups. Josh Bailey, he got tackle.
Yeah.
He got tackle. Matthew Bazal, he got mighty blow, and Leo Komarov got guard. What on a Black Hawk, you'd probably get that. Not bad.
And just a reference to the names here, I think the names are pretty obvious. These are all like hockey players, as far as I know. I'm just throwing a guess there. because I'm just googling one of the players here or one of the names here, and it turns out to be a hockey player. Yeah, they're all hockey players from the probably from one of the teams from New York, something.
Yeah, could be maybe called New York Palanders, but obviously it's for Orc instead of York. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, go Palanders. Woo! Good team. Full mighty blow. He's finally got a piece of tackle. I like that.
Yeah, the actual team, the normal team from the ice hockey team is New York Islanders. So there you go.
Of course, yeah. How did I mean, I don't watch much of ice hockey these days, but yeah, New York. Oh my god, how did I not know that? Shame on me. But yeah, I think they're red, white, and blue. I think New York Islanders. And these are just red, aren't they? I'm gonna go back to their team strip. No, the orange. You haven't got the right colours in the uniform. What sort of like coach gives them the wrong colour? I'm sure the New York Islanders aren't orange. I'm sure they're white, red, and blue. You'll have to let me know if I'm right with that. If I am, why are these yellow? Shame on you. If you're gonna go down this route of hockey greatness, you've got to get the right strip. Oh, this is.
But I also remember. Don't they also have like the New York Rangers?
Is it them I'm thinking of? Could be.
So like.
Why don't you?
That could be.
Why don't you? Google it. Tell me the uniform of the New York.
I see two uniforms here. I see the New York Rangers with the blue, white, and red.
Shit. Yeah.
And I see the New York Islanders with the blue, orange, and white.
Yeah. So I'm going to take that as a
So you were right.
Yeah, because this is like a yellow, isn't it? What they've got. So yeah. I'm going to stick with that. Should have been a different colour. Anyway, Mighty Blow's great. Loads of lovely Mighty Blow. He's got leader on thrower for now, Ryan Pollock. So he's got 3 rerolls. Guard on Leo Komarov. Sounds Russian to me. He's got 2 guards. Yeah. It's a nice team, and he'll be wanting to try and get number 9. Oh, that's a great name. Cal Cutterberg. And Scott Mayfield. They could do quite well. They need.
And Holmstrom is probably Swedish, so like you have some players from the other countries as well, which is kind of normal in high level sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like having players from other countries.
Ooh, Brock Nelson. That sounds good. Brock Nelson.
Anyway, I kind of missed the level ups. I was googling so much. Like the attack one, Josh Bailey, and the other one.
Tackle was Josh Bailey. Matthew Barzal was Mighty Blur, and Leo Komarov got guard. Solid picks.
Yeah.
Can't dislike them. If you really want to be itsy bitsy teeny weeny, you could have gone and given Barzal tackle. Just because you've only got loads of Mighty Blur.
It's
that's all. So,
regardless, I mean, it's all right.
Yeah. But I don't know. But there you go. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a good team. It should be up there. I'll just have a look at what it's done. 1 win, 1 draw, no losses. So maybe he may be worthy of the Triple B banker this week. We will have to see.
Yeah, looks like ice hockey players can play some good blood ball as well. Who would have thought?
Yeah, totally. Kislev Syndrome, this is a bit awkward because also they've played this week, so we don't know what exactly happened.
This is of course also very obvious. I don't really have to Google this one either. Like, this is a reference to the Stockholm Syndrome. And why do I know that? Because like the first name is Hannibal Heckler. That's of course Hannibal Lecter.
Mm-hmm.
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
And you have some other big-time criminals there. So this is actually like references to big-time criminals or killers, like Ted Bundy as well there on the lower side, Ted Bundy. So yeah, it's an interesting way to see what kind of teams these guys may come up with.
Should we be worried that we might have a psycho killer in our ranks? Because he's called Slice and Dice as well.
Well, you know what? You invite him to the show next week, and we can find out.
Yeah, I might be washing my hair that week. You know. Hey man, how you doing? You killed anyone this week? Yeah, maybe if I have to have a week off, you can like do a host with him. Maybe, you know.
So like next week is gonna be a recap / intervention for Slice and Dice because we feel like he's gone off to the wrong track. So yeah.
I'll tell you something. What's interesting, and only he could probably answer this. But number 12, Louis Gravitation, he died, so he's actually remade him and not put anything on but the same name. And number 9, Fritz Jumpman, he leveled and got block. And that's it. That's all she wrote. AKA Mary she wrote.
Well,
yeah.
Lyman is looking pretty good. Like if you get a guard Lyman, you kind of want to get block as soon as possible to keep him healthy.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing. And I'm still a little bit surprised that he only has 2 catches. But if it works for him, it works for him.
Well, it's not working at the moment because I think he's lost 2 games. But you know what? Oh look, your team, Nobody Loves Me, Season 7 received a ticket. That's just come up on my thing. Oh my god, everyone's found out I play for Noob. Shock horror.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope he does well. I feel really bad for the Kislev because, like I said, I do a recap with Quiggy as well, and the Kislev aren't doing very good on that one as well, and they don't seem to be doing well on here. It's like Rebbl decided to cancel the Kislev for us this season. You know, well, I feel a bit bad on, to be fair. But hey.
Well, yeah, that's something. Sometimes how the Kislev go, you know, you can't really predict it, and he'll have some games where he'll have some amazing luck and win some games that are huge upsets. So we have to wait and see if that.
I do believe Slice and Dice was a coach who was in our division when we first started. Just to let you know, he was a necro coach. So I sort of remember some stuff. But yeah,
well, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. And he did quite well with necro as well, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's still an early stage, but I like that he's gone for wrestle on his 2 linemen. I agree with the block for the guard on the lineman as well. I like that. His catches need developing, but again, it's Division 5, so you're not going to have much development. His 2 blitzers are fine. They got blocked now, so that's good. Like I say, it's just a development season. I wouldn't worry too much about losing. I'd be just trying to get them sorted. So don't worry about it. Now, Bloody Sinful, I'm sure I picked these to win big this week, but they won, and they won well. Let's have a look what happened to them. Although you can see on the screen that some things didn't go well.
There has to be a shitload of left props for them.
Number 6 was MNG, and I think number 11 was an MNG as well. What else did we have? 5 and 7 leveled up. Hethnil, who got leader, and I don't like leader, but if I ever take leader, it's always on the runner, so I can't disagree with that. And number 7 got strength up, so that's beautiful.
Yeah, you always got to like strength up. That's a core rule. So you'll be very happy with the strength up. Leader on the runner, I can imagine. Is fine. It's not something that is a big issue.
Yeah. Oh god, press the wrong button there.
To get something like that.
Yeah. So that's just missed X game. I'm just double checking. I've got the missed X games right on the 2 players. I'm sure I have, but I'll just double check.
6 and 11. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So he's got Mighty Blow number 1 as well, so he'll make him into his killer. He'll probably a tackle next, so he gets a double to get pile on. I think that's probably where he's going to go. What do you think, Hunter?
Looking good for piling on, yeah, but maybe he's thinking something else. I don't know yet. But piling on generally looks like the best skill.
Yeah, he will need a double for that. But if he doesn't get a double, I would think tackle would be the one for that. I was thinking
he already has tackle, so
yeah. But I'm on about for a killer for like kill them pesky gut runners or war dancers or whatever. Tackle's important. True. So I would definitely go tackle or piling on next. And the only reason I picked piling on before tackle is because it's a double, so you're not guaranteed to get a double again. I like this team, and he's off to a very professional start. He's won 2 games already out of 2. He's got some nice pieces. I'm not saying it's an amazing team, but again, it's they haven't played many games, so.
I gotta tell you a secret, by the way. We've made history with this team because if you look at the team motto, check the team motto for a second. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Beautiful, beautiful. I always said this is a good lad. Edris, good lad. Now, what you need to do now, Edris, is two things. Either a postman, because they win and they deliver, or maybe a Bernie Hunter or a Buffon or a Crystal Buffon. Crystal Buffon sounds nice. Name a player after us and you'll always be in our hearts. You know? A Crystal Buffon, that sounds quite funny actually. Not a baboon. Crystal Buffon, not a crystal baboon.
Like we're saying you don't have to name your players like us, but you're probably gonna get a 50% extra win rate if you do.
Yeah, and if we are
just
getting out, if we are cursing people, we're less likely to curse you because we don't want to see our players named after us lose. So just saying, Crystal Buffon, Postman, get you a title, you're welcome. But yeah, this team looking pretty good. Or even we shouldn't have Crystal Arena or Ben Arena. Who knows? There's plenty of things you can do. But definitely. I've got a good feeling that Edris will do really well this season. He's off to a cracking start. 2-0, and what more can you ask for? Brilliant. And Benny Crystal made me put more in. Beautiful. Right, back and guard then. Not a good start to the season so far. He's lost both his games, but you know what? He's got a strength for Wolves, so all's good. In the long run, let's see if he got anything to report. Back and guard, where are you? Oh, bloody Nora. Is this the right team? Okay. Number 1, Saxon, apparently got level up. He got strength 4 for his werewolf. Number 2, Kenzie leveled up and got block on the other wolf. Number 4, what do you pronounce that? Liam, with a name there. He got block on his golem. And number 8, Sadie, agility on a ghoul. Bloody Nora. That is some good level ups. An agility up, a strength up, blocking you the wolf, and blocking a golem. Ding ding.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Well, he's going to be very happy with those level ups, and he'll be looking forward to his next game to try them out, won't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to find some trivia behind the whole team name and the player names, because there is something there, but I have no idea what.
Rand is that named after Rand the Mad? That's what I want to know.
It's good. The thing I'm just guessing here. This is about guys, but there's a book called Mouse Guard. That's what I found on Google. I'm just throwing it in Google.
Mouse Guard.
And there's some names that are in there that are called Saxon, Kenzie, and Selanabe.
Oh, it's gotta be that, isn't it? What are they, like fighting mice? Like with with swords, like the Three Musketeers, but they're all mice.
Yeah, I just wonder though if this is actually the thing that the team is named after. Why just don't play a Skaven team,
That's a good point. That is a good point, Sigrid. That is a really good point he just made. I hate to say it, but he's got you on that one.
Like I see all the mouse guard images here, and actually it's exactly the same as the player's name here. So it's that.
So that's basically why he's losing them, because these are supposed to be rats, and they don't look like rats.
And it's from David Peterson. So
don't think there's a David Peterson in there, to be fair. Looking at that.
No, but maybe he'll name one if he runs out of mouse names. You don't know. Okay, there we go. It's an American bi-monthly comic book series. So it's the comic book.
Fantastic. Good sport. But yeah, if they don't do very well this season, change them to rats, and you'll probably win the league. God, we're so good. We're so good giving information out. Even you picked that up. See? He would have known he's playing the wrong race until you just said.
Yeah. But it's fun to see, isn't it? Like the whole trivia behind the teams and how they named them.
Yeah.
It's interesting by itself. I love it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this as well during the recap. Else it's a bit of a time waste, but it's a lot of fun to find out.
Yeah, and his motto is rock throw magnets. Do you want to guess what that means?
Rock throw, I have no idea. It might be a reference to one of the comics or something like that. I really have no idea. Maybe if we get him as a guest on the show, we can ask this kind of thing,
Yeah.
Hey, we checked your team name.
Absolutely.
Tell us a bit about the team and tell us about the thing that inspired you to make the team like that. That's a quite interesting question.
Absolutely.
Actually.
Right then, in memoriam, in remembrance to Thank You Parents, who we did recap last season. What happened to them? Number 4, Doctor U. He leveled and got Mighty Blow for his white. I kind of get that. You know.
Slowly starting to look like something, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, last week we was on about the 3 blodges on the ghouls. We would throw we'd wrestle on something there. That was our main point last week.
Luckily, there's one big thing he can do to make up for it. He can make a 4th ghoul, and he can give that one wrestle. So that would actually make up for the so to speak mistake that he made of giving all the ghouls block here. Because I do really think you need a wrestler. I do think you need some utility.
Something has to get the ball loose. You know, I really, I mean, everyone does it differently, and he's got to go with what he feels is more comfortable to him. But when I play with ghouls, I'm the opposite. I would rather go three wrestle dodge ghouls and 1 block ghoul than the other way around. Because at the end of the day, something's got to get rid of get the ball loose, and ghouls don't live that long. So having loads of wrestle ghouls to me is a lot better. And it also stops people doing a 1 in 9, can't get it down, but don't worry, we've got one next to me, he'll have a hit next and stuff like that. At least wrestle will, help him. So someone's got to foul him to like get removal. So
that's true. Like
the only thing you could do now is probably go the sidestep diving tackle route with these guys now.
And like I said, just get the 4th ghoul. Just get the 4th ghoul, get the wrestle. That would be my primary advice.
Yeah.
Like, if you do that, you might be actually fine with this whole situation. But he has to level up a little bit quick, of course.
Yeah. I mean, you could do a Crystal Buffon 4th ghoul. That'd be pretty good, or a Postman ghoul.
He doesn't have to. It's just advice. It's in his situation.
Or you could do diving tackle rocks on a Crocs. That sounds a good name. There's that as well. But the team's fun. It's fun. It's a nice team. 1200 TV value. It's getting there, isn't it? At least 7, 8, and 9 are as protected as they can be with that. Another thing, if you're more bothered about protection than anything else, Fend is a bit quirky, but if you come across a lot of piling on pieces like Norse, that could help you in the long run. But it'd be interesting what he gives next, because like I said, number 8 is 2 points off. I would strongly recommend whichever one of these levels of first, and you think it's going to be number 8, give him show hands. And that'll save on rerolls and strip ball as well. So, I hope he gets a win soon. Right, here we go.
Definitely.
Are we ready? I can't bring myself to click it. Major annoyances. He was the Rat King Crown banker. He was the Triple B banker. They're not supposed to lose. They did. And let's see the carnage we had.
I'm just gonna give a little bit of background here. The previous team that they had was minor annoyances, and those were actually all players that had minor annoyances, like the for example, or something like that annoyances. And now you replace them with major annoyances, and now you earthquake, blizzard, smallpox, syphilis, like Justin Bieber as well. Like definitely the worst kind of person out. It's a bit of a change, but more of the same at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
well, number four, Sirocco. He's MNG. That's the agility 5 gut runner, and he did get 1 level up after all that. Number 2, Earthquake, and he got Mighty Blow. So I like that pick because obviously now you're praying for Claw, and if they get Claw, that'd be a massive boost for his team. Got Garland number 11, Smallpox. He'll be good while he lives. His gut runners, I like it. 2 wrestle gut runners, and he's got the agility 5 gut runner as well. Hurricanes, another blodge gut runner as well. That's all right. Accurate on his thrower. it's a nice to build team. It really is. And it was a little hiccup this week, but it wouldn't surprise me if he comes and wins this week as well. Bounce right back. He's a very good coach. Like I said, I was pretty confident he'd win, but it's Blood Bowl. This is why we love Blood Bowl. Nothing is certain in life.
You used to have a favorite minor annoyance. Do you have a favorite major annoyance in this team?
Well, he hasn't got the 2 kickers, and that's maybe why he's going wrong. If he had the 2 kickers in the team, he might have won.
But what is your favorite? What is your favorite major annoyance here in this group of list of names?
Oh, gotta be internal bleeding. That's deadly, isn't it? If you get that, you're just about dead. Although Justin Bieber, he's a bit of an annoyance.
For some reason, I really like Rectal Fisher.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Earthquakes, avalanches, yeah. No, internal bleeding's the worst, because obviously you're fucking dead, boy. Get internal bleeding, that you're in serious trouble. Although Justin Bieber, that's pretty close second.
Yeah. If you become Justin Bieber, you're definitely not in a good situation.
I'd have his money though. I'll take his money.
A lot of cash in the bank, so you can actually get an upgrade of the stadium, and then get an enhancement later on. That would be something you could go for.
Fountain of Life. He could do. I don't know. I mean, obviously it depends what you go for. I mean, rats and wizards, do they get on quite well? I don't know, but it's a solid team. He's going to miss obviously that gut winner this week, but he's a good enough coach to work around that. It'd be interesting to see how he does this week. Black Death Buccaneers, they got a good 1-0 win, a very solid win last week. Did anything happen? Number 5, Ralmagor got a minus 1 AV. And number 6, Gishtigors, or whatever they call it, he got a minus 1 movement. So although they won, it came at a huge cost. That's 2 sacked beastmen there, in my opinion.
No, it's one sacked beastman. You keep the one with the minus movement. Use him as hitting piece, or as getting hit on the line of scrimmage or something.
Really? Nah, sack them both. Sack them both. I don't want Gishtigors ripping. No. I don't want him pinching all the MVP goodness.
No. You actually after the last game you actually sack neither, and then you wait a game and then you see how much bank you have, and then you make a decision about sacking both or sacking one of them. But generally I would only sack the minus AV one.
Don't listen to Hunter. What you need to do just before your game, sacrifice them both, and that will get you the win. They're not worthy anymore. Sacrifice just before your game. Listen to me. I'm trying to help you win more games. You did really well last week. Sacrifice them both. Don't listen to Hunter. Don't listen to him.
This is why Bernie never had a company. Like his money management isn't that effective. So
it is effective.
Just do what I said.
It's sacrifice them both to the blood god, and he'll be like, oh my god, Mayhem ZZ22, you are worthy. Because you killed and sacrificed 2 beastmen to me, and they were tasty. So I will bless your dice, and you will kill something, in the glory of the blood god of corn. That's as good as I'm gonna get. And then you'll win again, and you'll have won because you did what Bernie said and sacrificed to the blood god. They're no good to you anymore. Don't listen to what he does. You don't want to move a 5 novice or an AV7 novice. The best thing you can do to them, and you're helping them out of their miserable life, is to sacrifice them to the blood god, or sacrifice to the god of Tizenj or Slanesh or Nurgle, whichever one you go.
Just a pro. Hey, just a pro tip. They don't add anything to the team value at the moment. You're absolutely sure to play with 2 loners, unless you buy 2 extra players, which doesn't give you any value. Just play the 2 loners next game, and then you can just decide after that game if you fire a player. That's what the pro would do here.
No, sacrifice them. Or I guess if your god's a forgiving god, you could sacrifice one this game, and then for the next game sacrifice the other one. and then you'll get some more wins. It's just the way it works. I mean, listen, it's all good. And don't forget, your new guy, Crystal Buffon or the Postman, and that'll get you the title. Simple. Walther goes block, then claw on that guy. I like number 10, Farmulgore. He needs block and dodge, doesn't he, now? But I like the idea of going show hands and two heads because, your ball carrier shouldn't be getting hit. So I like that. It's more likely to get based than hit. So I really like the picks on them. He's got 3 rerolls. A great win last week. As soon as he sacrifices another one to his god, he'll win again. Any sort of positive results are bonus. It's a shame though that them 2 guys got them stat downs because obviously, he wants to be trying to save his money, and banking it. But it's there to spend, and I expect him to, do well with that. Right, Victorian victory. Well, they didn't get a victory last week. Did they get anything? Oh, they did. Number 2 and number 3 both leveled up. Number 2, Dowd, or however you want to pronounce it, he got sidestep to go with his blodge. And number 3, Gascoigne, got movement. What do you think of them picks?
I really like the movement for one, and the other one was
Sidestep.
The sidestep. Huh?
Number 2, yeah.
Yeah, both quality picks. I guess the sidestep really helps with the blodge, of course. So that's quite a given. And it never hurts to give a potential ball carrier or anyway a very valued player an extra movement, especially when they have blocks as well. So it's.
See, I would have thought, Crystal, that number 2 would have got show hands, but then I suppose he rolled and got the movement on Gascoigne and thought, you know what, he's going to be my ball carrier, so that's why he went sidestep on number 2. I think that's how it worked out.
Could be logical. Of course, it's with the movement one. It's going to be a bit of a long way to get to that potential because he now still needs to get dodge, of course.
Yeah.
And sure hands as well. So he still needs to do 2 level ups. So that's going to take a little while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's totally thinkable that he thought that way, and I can't really disagree with him. It's a good way to invest in a player.
And obviously, Prado got as a day player, so I gotta love that. Not much really to speak about these, but it's solid for what it is. He's only got 20k in the bank, now that's a bit of a concern, but hopefully he can start getting that cash back up. But yeah, what it's got is good. It's got a good development, and it's got Might Blow number 1 Cobra as well, what's always good. He needs to try and get some guard as quick as possible on them wrestle pieces though. Might even be worth risking a throw and catch on number 6 just to get him that point to get him leveled. Or even
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do a quick guess about the lore from this team, basically behind this team. And I think this is from the game. I might be totally wrong here, but I think this is about the game Dishonored because there's a doubt in there as well. I'm not sure if I can find Corvo or anything in there, but if Corvo Tano is in there. I'm guessing this is about the game Dishonored.
Well, Tim Kiz or Tim Pick. Well, pronounce it Tim Pigs. Tim Picks. Yeah, I'm going to go with Tim Picks.
Yeah.
Let us know if he was right. Is this team in honour of Dishonored? Because he's on a roll tonight, Crystal. He's trying to figure out everybody's. It'd be a shame if they're all wrong.
I'm trying to get in everyone's mind here and see if I'm.
Well, the Elf Bomb. I feel like doing an Elf Bomb after last week. He was impressive. He got it done. Like the Postman, he always delivers. Impressive, Triago. Congratulations, good win for you. Did he get anything? Let's have a look. The Elf Bomb. Oh my god. Number 1 and number 5. Daniel got Mighty Blow, and number 5, Freeman, got movement. A lot of things getting movement these days. Movement 9's nice. What's better than movement 9? Movement 10. Let's hope Freeman can get that in 4 XP time. So yeah, he certainly came onto the stage for me, did the Elf Bomb by getting a big victory over Marginal Alliances. Or Major Alliances, whichever one they are now. What do you think of the 2 picks? I think Might Blow's pretty cool. And movement's good. What do you think on it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you fell away totally there.
I just said you're such a nice guy. That's all I said.
That's great. Thank you.
What do you think of the the level ups. Number 1, Daniel got Mighty Blow, and number 5, Freeman got Movement.
Yeah, good developments for an early team, isn't it? Like getting Mighty Blow is a bit fortunate, of course, on the Blitzer. That's where you usually want him.
Yeah.
To have a double one, and the movement on the catcher is going to help with the one turning. So both solid picks. The one turn is going to be really reliable as well with the catch and the nerves of steel in there. So that's something to look forward to on this team. Can't really say anything else about it. It still needs to build up a little bit, of course. Maybe replace a 6 armor guy when you have a lot of money. But that's about it.
I like I said, I probably agree with that as well. Number 14's got to go. Although I would sack 14 if it's saved on inducements or stuff. Otherwise, just use them in meat shield. Won't last long, but hey, is what it is. Right, the mining machine returns. So don't forget he's played an extra game, so these might not all add up. But did he get anything? He got number 4, Kara Deadface. He got level up and got Mighty Blow. And number 11, Buchan Cleaver Thief got the agility. What I like, because
awesome.
You know what? Agility Hobgoblins are brilliant, and I'll tell you what. Number 2, I'd be tempted with number 2 to go wrestle and break tackle, or vice versa. I don't know about you, but you don't like the sounds of that, do you?
With number 2, you said with wrestle. He already has block though.
No, but
like would you give him block?
I know, but if you get I'd go break tackle next. But I'm thinking of a cage diver. But when you...
Yeah, no, but like it's not enough value to actually give him wrestle for that. Then I would say like give him something like tackle. Juggernaut and strip ball if you really want to go crazy with him. But
it's
no,
not
I would
crazy, Hunter. It's called winning. That's what it's called, Hunter. Winning.
Break tackle would be quite a logical choice. Yeah. I could see him get frenzy as well.
Yeah.
You could also see that as an option.
Yeah. So maybe break tackle then tackle, because a lot of ball carriers have dodge, so tackle would help.
Break tackle and frenzy would be pretty nice as well to get him out of the cage.
Yeah, there's also
just an example.
Yeah.
So
we both sort of agree that break tackle should be his next skill.
Yeah, and if he gets a double, maybe he even can get dodge, and then that would be a dream, It's gonna be
break,
quite
Use I'd say diving tackle on a bull centaur, especially if it's got dodge. But this build definitely would be break tackle next, unless you rolled a strength. I'd take that. I wouldn't take agility on this. I don't think.
Are these normal hobgoblin and short names, by the way? I don't think so, right?
They look like normal short names.
They look like you know more of it than I do, so
they look
okay.
They look like short names to me. But yeah, strength 5 bull center. I wonder if he got that in his last game. I think he's just got that from his week 3 game, because I don't think he had that last week.
Well, then we should talk about it next week and say how great it is again. Just like this week, basically. Yeah. But it's looking like a really good team at the moment.
Definitely.
I think the orc teams have.
I don't think I've ever had a strength on a bull center.
I think the orc team has a good competitor in the most developed team now.
Yeah.
Definitely this one as well.
Now, ironically, when I picked UV to do so well in the division, I went on the belief of the coach, not his team, because his team wasn't great. All of a sudden, I don't know how they do it. I need to start watching these games more, because these coaches just getting XP like they're going out of fashion. Here's loads of XP. I struggle to get XP. But he's got a strength 5 bull, a strength 4 hobber, agility 4 hobber, a bit of nice mighty blow, and he's going to get claw next because just the way it rolls. And he's even got a hobgoblin with dodge as well, so it's become a very nice team. And it's only 15-10 in TV, but 70 of that is below. So he's only actually 14-40 TV with 2 strength ups and agility up and a double on a hobgoblin. So that's not bad TV wise. He's got 12 players, so he's got a bench as well. So it's looking good for UV in his quest for glory, and he's 3-0. So well done to him. And like We said before I expect him to be there or thereabouts.
Yep.
Now then, finally, the Assay Rats and Gobs, coached by Misu. You're a big fan of his. Did he get anything? Oh, bloody hell. 3 more level ups. Number 1, Extermination. He got 2 heads. Number 13, Asil got Agility. Always nice.
Assy.
Yeah, and number 15, he got Mighty Blow. So both Blitzers now have Mighty Blow. And number 2, if he's still about, Massacre, he got -1 Agility. So he'd probably get fired or sacrificed, who knows. Again, a few nice pieces. Agility on the Scare and Throw is good. Mighty Blow on his 2 Blitzers. Block on his Troll. Lovely. It's a decent team, but I've got a feeling his coach is pretty special.
Do you also know what an SC rat is, by the way?
A what rat?
An SC rat, because it's called SC rats and gobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
An SC rat is a simple doodle rat made with special. How do you say it? It's made with the keyboard, like the keys and that kind of thing. If you just input it, you can actually make word art with it, kinda.
All right.
And that's how they made a rat with it, and that's what they call an SC. So that's the interesting thing about it. You can actually make a lot of things with just putting some keys or putting some other stuff in order, some lines in order. You can actually make something like a female's body with that kind of thing. I've seen plenty of SC art with it, but the SC art style is a special kind of art style using just key inputs, basically.
I'll sleep easier now knowing that, Crystal. Thanks for that.
There you go.
Beautiful, beautiful. See, he's so knowledgeable. You see, he tells you everything you need to know. That's why you should always watch the whole of the show, because he has these nuggets of greatness.
Well, it's fun to do this once every season, so I'm gonna aim for this to do this once every season.
See, he's a legend, this Hunter. He knows his stuff. Team-wise, alright, he's got a few key players. I think number 13, 14, 15, 16, that's where most of his greatness is. He's got a low TV of 11, 10, so that'll help him with inducements. So,
like that. Like I said, the number 13 is going to carry a lot of games, and it's fun that it's actually called the SC one, because that's what the team is all about.
Yeah.
And he's going to be the MVP of the team, definitely.
Absolutely.
And the Blitzer is only 3 MVP away. He's going to get Claw really soon, and that's when the big things are going to happen.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about Underworld. They can get Claw on 14, 15, and 16. Oh, they can bring the pain, because they are going to lose pieces like the Underworld Goblins, but they are cheap to to buy. But if you can get some nice tasty Claw, I think the other thing as well is if you can get like a double on one of these Underworld Goblins, give it Wrestle, then next level if he lives, give it Horns, then you've got a ball sacker, aren't you? So that's always good as well. But yeah, I've been impressed the way he's played, for sure. And
definitely.
With him having low TV as well, that makes him more dangerous as well.
He's simply one of the favorites, and he's getting more and more favorite when every game passes, and then he gets good results.
Mm-hmm.
Because his team is just getting bigger and it's just going to get out of control at some point.
Yeah. Finally, then we come to Zara and the Skaven team. Nothing, no injuries, no level ups, nothing. So it's as it was. Don't really know what to say. They still got the 2 strength up on the Gut Runners, and still got the wrestle. They still got the block. Finding it tough at the moment, but you never know. If they can get a positive result this week, then who knows? They may go on a run. We've seen it before where teams struggle early on, and then as soon as they get a positive result, they go on a rampage of 3-4 results, and that could happen to Zara. So hopefully it'll do well. But this team's all right. Like I said, the 2 strength ups are the 2 selling points in this team. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's still really strong to have the 2 gutters. Just needs to get that extra little development in. Of course, this team is named after the famous coach Starhu, who's currently coaching the team as well. So that's a coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's about it for the lore, I guess. Nothing too special. I do see a line that's about to be fired though. You see it as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, El Clipper de Fraser. He's
Yeah.
got to go because it's not good. But at the moment, while he's got him, he's got a bench. So,
But there isn't.
you know.
I just got to be
Oh.
like that much development on the team yet, so we can't really say too much about it yet. But we just got to wait and see until he gets some real level ups in, and then we can really talk about it, right?
Yeah. Not much we can say yet, but hopefully he'll have a better week this week and he'll get it done. Right, so we've seen all the teams. Go to the leaderboard. Yuvi's getting it done with the Mana Machine returns. Played 3-1-3. But obviously he's already played the Dark Elves, Blood Silver.
Whoa.
What do you mean, whoa?
There was a huge lag there, and I heard a diarrhea of words coming out of you suddenly. Like everything came into behind each other.
Behind each other.
We still have some latency issues, guys. I'm very sorry about that,
We
but
do.
Something is
Do
happening.
you know what I think it is? I think it's either my children are downloading shitloads of stuff on a night time, because it seems like every time we record on a night, we have this issue. Although I don't think we had this issue earlier. I think it just started to ding a bit. That's what I'm going to go for, because, like I said, we didn't have any issues on the other show with Quiggy, who I did just before this. So I don't understand it. Or maybe like Trump's built a wall between Holland and England. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. That's what I'm going with. Anyway, it could be. So, like I say, Yuvi's doing well. And then obviously we got the Dark Elves, the Bloody Sinful, Edras and Underworlds, Asil, Rats and Gobs. They both can join in with a perfect record. So we could have 3 teams with perfect records going into week 3 here. And then there's a few of the Winged Adversaries and New York Pilanders and the Black Death Buccaneers. They're all undefeated as well. So there's 6 teams there who have yet to taste defeat. So that's pretty good going early doors. So I think it's that time what they all can't wait for. This is the time they want, especially after our performance with our bankers last week. I'm sure they cannot wait this week. So let's get on with it then. Major Annoyances versus Zara. Who wins this one?
Major Annoyances got to recover from that last game, so I do feel that they are the favorite for this game. They gotta win this one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go Triple B Banker Alert. Major Annoyances, do not fuck me up 2 weeks on a trot. Major Annoyances wins this game 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 9-0, 10-0. Take your pick. He'll win by how many he wants to. Major Annoyances, you're welcome. Triple B Banker goes to him. Piece of cake. They'll win it. No problem. It was a blip last week. They'll get it done this week. No problems. It's going to be a blowout. It'll be as many as Annoyance wants. He will score, if he wants to, at least 3 touchdowns this week. At least.
I knew you were gonna bank him, so I wouldn't spare mine. I was sparing my bank just because of it, because I wouldn't do that to him. That's gonna be too much.
There can't be a more certain banker of the season than that one. Major Annoyance. He's gonna be fuming after last week. He'll be throwing his pens or whatever, and he'll given his team the hairdryer treatment. He will be fuming that they got beaten by Pro Elves. This week, there will be no mistakes. Major Annoyances will run up a score against Zara. I am confident. I'm not even thinking negative thoughts. It's a 3-0, 4-0. If he's feeling generous, 3-1, 4-1. But Annoyances, get it done this week. No problemo. I'm going to be back on the victory trail on my Triple B bankers. And yeah, I'm so happy. I'm half-harding myself already because I know this is a win already. So Major Annoyances, get it done this week, or I'm sending Hunt around to give you a lap dance in his like thong, and you don't want that. That is more annoying than a Major Annoyance, I guarantee. So yeah, Major Annoyances, get it done, no problemo. Biggest win of the week, that'll be. Okay then. So that means if you haven't gone for your bank on that one, somebody isn't safe still. Black Death Buccaneers, who, if they sacrifice at least one of their players to Nuffle, have got a chance. against In Memoriam. Who wins this one?
I think this one is gonna be a draw here because
Yeah.
I'm not too impressed with both coaches as during this season. I think they both can do better. But Chaos versus Undead, I don't really see them both make the differences in this game. You know, it's looking kind of like it. You know what? Actually, I am gonna give it to Lassis because he has those 3 block cools, and even though we do shit on it a little bit, I do think this is looking good versus the Chaos that don't have that much skills.
Yeah. I mean, you say you're not impressed with the coaches. Black Death Buccaneers, they're undefeated. It's new Chaos. I'm quite good. It basically this game goes down to one thing.
Yeah.
Does he sacrifice a player and win the game, or does he not sacrifice a player and probably gets a draw? That's where I am with this. If he sacrifices a player, Black Death Buccaneers, you win. If you don't, I'm going for the draw.
I'm going for In Memoriam here, so that's the thing.
There you go. So one of us will get it right, hopefully.
At least, yeah.
Victorian victory against Barkengard. Who do you think on this one?
Barkengard is looking quite healthy at the moment with 1410 TV. I do think them having Claw is gonna be a factor versus the Bretonians here. I can see them win this, and actually, I'm just gonna give the red crown to Barkengard here.
Wow!
I can actually see them win this. Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's a big call. And the reason I say that's a big call for you giving the bank to Barkengard, because when I was looking at all these games, this is a really difficult game. I had no idea who's going to win this, and you two beat.
He is.
You know.
He is last place at the moment, so he is at 0-0-2.
You know, 0-0-2, and you're putting the Rat Crown on his head. You
have to think like it this way. We have. Last time we've bet on the obvious one where we think okay, this is gonna be the one because he has a developed team, he plays well, and the other team doesn't look that good. So sometimes you have to kind of it didn't work out for us at all, you know. And sometimes you gotta change.
Yeah.
We gotta do a little. We gotta play a little bit riskier sometimes. So yeah, he's gonna get the triple, or not the triple B.
Hey, keep off my lawn.
He's gonna get the Red King's crown here.
He's got it.
Will be interesting to see.
He's got a chance. I don't deny that for a fact. He's got a chance. Although, there we go. He's just stalling a bit there. Barkengard. Let me just have a quick look at them again. Yeah, I mean they've got the strength for Wolf and they've got the agility for Gold. I don't know. This is a tricky one.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Oh, it's a brave call. Who did? Oh man, this is a really. Yeah, you know what? I think you might. I think you might get this. You know, I think you might be right. Look at the two teams. I think you might pull this out your pocket. But saying all that, your tips use a cast, so I'll go for the draw.
That's amazing. Well, we'll see if it becomes a draw or. I like
your way of thinking, and if you didn't put the banker on it, I probably would have agreed. But we knew after last week, you cast the major annoyances. You're probably gonna cast the Wolves. So if they lose this week, oh man,
maybe just.
Go on.
That was just your fault,
no. We're going to see this week when major annoyances run up a 3-4-0 win and your team crash and burn. Then the division will know actually Ben is a pretty alright guy. His tips are pretty good. On the other hand, the lap dancing maestro himself, Mr. Sexy, and his Rat Crown, it's slipping because it's basically a curse. So,
but this is the whole thing. Like, if we have a Skaven versus Skaven matchup, which is the top of the list, like is Skaven versus Skaven, it would be so unjustified to give one of them the red crown
Oh,
thing,
well,
because
yeah.
that's a special thing between Skaven, you know, and that's something you really can't do.
I really appreciate that you don't want to curse a rat team. I appreciate it. You did that last week, and you do want to do it again. I on the other hand, every faith this week, Major Annoyance is racking up. He's going to rack it up, and I'm going to be half-halving, and I'm going to come back next week and say, I told you so. I told you Major Annoyance was going to win this week. I told you, even without the Agility 5 piece, they're going to get it done.
Alright. We'll see.
We'll see. We will. The Elf Bomb versus Bloody Sinfield. Can you go against the Elf Bomb after beating Major Annoyances, or do you trust with Bloody Sinfield, who played 2, won 2? Which elf are you going for?
Difficult decision, because one is doing really well and the other has just made an upset. But it is armor
7 against 8.
7 versus armor 8, and that's gonna be something that is quite a factor with elves, isn't it? Just based on that, I am gonna go with the armor 8 guys.
Yeah, I think for the first time this week, I'm going to agree with you. I think it's going to be close, maybe something like 2-1, 3-2, but I think the Dark Elves just get it, but I'm not totally confident. So yeah, but I'll go with them. Your Underworld boys against New York Pillanders. Who wins this one?
This is actually the match of the week, isn't it? Kinda. Because this is gonna impact the league as a whole. They're both really high on the leaderboard. But I hate to bet against Misu generally, because I do think he's a really good coach. But this is gonna be a really tough game, and I think the Orcs are gonna win this one just with the high amount of mighty blow they have. The fact that the Underworld don't have any claw yet.
Yeah, that's big, isn't it?
Is gonna be a big factor. So he's gonna have to pull something out of his arse, or he's not gonna win this one. That's the thing I'm thinking about, and so I have to give it to the Orcs just because of that, basically.
You got 260k of inducements, so he could get the strength 4 claw piece. That would make it interesting.
But then again, the 4-strength claw piece isn't a mighty blow piece.
It's not.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to have, but it's not the same as the mighty blow claw.
No, it's not. This is a tricky one. Does have agility 4?
There are some other interesting stuff that he can get. By the way, you can also get the bomber or some other stuff that can really dislodge the cages that the Orcs. So there is some interesting stuff out there for him to get. So that's going to be a big factor in the game as well.
Man, this is tricky because the Orcs have got 12 players. I'm trying to find a way to tip the Underworld because this looks too obvious. I think the Orcs should win it, but my gut feeling is to back the Rats. So I'm going to listen to my gut feeling and go for the Rats and Gobs.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just got a feeling. I think team-wise the Orcs should do it, but there's something. Maybe I don't know. I've just got a feeling they're going to get something out of it, at least a draw. So I'm gonna go with the Rats and Gobs and take you on. Although I don't blame you for going for the new Calendars.
Well, just have to wait to see. But these two guys that are gonna affect the top of the leaderboard hugely. So this is a really interesting game to watch.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And finally, Don Bluth's Bedlams versus Winged Adversaries. So they've got a bit of a bloody nose last week. Did the Lizards? They lost 3-0. Can they get it? And that was to Dark Elves. Can they get redemption against High Elves?
Oh, hold on. I just clicked away. That's. You predict first, actually. Because I have to find the division now again.
Ooh. I'm going to go with the High Elves. I'm a bit concerned the Lizards don't have that diving tackle yet on that Crocs. So, and they don't have a postman. I think the winged adversaries get it done. 2-0, 3-1, something like that. I'd like to see the Lizards win, but I think the High Elves will have too much for them. So I'm going to go with the High Elves.
It's an acceptable explanation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's going to work out like that, so I'm kind of more aiming towards a draw. Yeah. Generally,
I always look. I
think they both have chances.
Yeah, that 3-0 scars me. I think he's got to get over that hump. I mean, that was a pretty nasty loss, and High Elves are pretty good at doing that as well. So I don't know. I just feel that the High Elves can get it done. So
yeah, pretty good.
That basically is it. So I have Triple B banked major annoyance again, expecting them to deliver this week, and I know they'll deliver this week. I am not even worried. I'm not worried. I'm chuckling over here because Hunter has put the rat crown on Barkengard, who is yet to win a game. Although, they have got a good chance this week, or I should say they did, until Hunter cast them. So that'll be a good one to watch as well. But if
just don't listen to it.
If Barkengard does win, though, we're going to have a Smug Hunter next week. And if Major Annoyances don't win, I probably won't turn up.
Well, I have become a bit of a fan of Barkengard now, knowing their origin from their team name, because of the Red Guard thing. So I'm actually semi-rooting for them now because of their love for the Reds or the Mouse.
There you go.
Mice.
Hunter's a sucker if you like rats. What can I say?
Yeah,
So, a quick look at that leaderboard before we see it. Oh, it's going to be good. There's a lot of good teams in there. But any team is still in with a chance. Can Zarat stun the much vaunted other rat team to prove that they're just as good as the Major Annoyances? And can number 14 prop in the full league of Barkengard get a win with the Rat King's crown? That would be an interesting story. I think it'd be a lot more fun if they lost, though, because then we can take the mick out rats, the Rat King crown, can't we? But seriously, everybody, good luck if you haven't played the game. Have fun. Hope you enjoyed the recap. And we'll be back next week when we decide to see, did one of us finally get a banker what won? Take care, guys. Thanks from me, and thanks from
Crystal Hunter. See you guys later.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.